Hi, this is Will with Peace, Love, and Guns, and today we have a very special treat. This is an H&K USP, and I believe this was a department-issued H&K USP. That's apparently shown by the serial etched into it there. And this is, of course, a 45 ACP. We're going to load it up and just take a couple shots.
You want to see something cool for your channel as well? Take that magazine and show them the front of it.
So as you can see with the magazine, it says restricted law enforcement government use only 1094 H&K with made in Germany on there. So this is kind of an artifact of the assault weapons ban. This is a high capacity magazine by the assault weapons ban. Standard capacity for this thing is 12 rounds, so this is a high capacity mag. So we're gonna shoot that today in the year of our Lord 2017 and see how she shoots. Going hot. I'm gonna start off in double action, so I'm gonna decock it.
There you go, hold on the right edge of that target. So what are your impressions?
Definitely a neat gun. You can tell I've been shooting 9 for a little while. When I let that first round squeeze off, I wound up having that gun come out of my hand. Need to really get on the frame a little bit more. That being said, after I, kind of got my head out of my butt, I was able to kind of get it under control a little bit better. Like you said, Austin, it is definitely kind of a mild shooting 45. It's got kind of a, I don't know, it's got a weird, just kind of push back.
Yeah, the recoil profile definitely just wants to push back into you.
Beautiful gun.
Outstanding.
Bang!
That's it, you're out.
We got Austin here with Real Gear TV. Austin, tell us what you have today.
So today we've got a 2001 HK USP chambered in 45 ACP. I'm not sure what variant this is off the top of my head, but this is the decocker only. And we hear that these things are remarkably accurate, so we're going to put some rounds through it and see how it performs. Alright, let's see what we've got here.
Now you're shooting a tree.
There we go.
Hit. Hit.
Your leg.
Left.
Aim for the right. Right. There you go.
Alright, so I was holding dead center with that first mag, and it looks like you're going to have to hold a little bit to the right on it. And I'm not sure, it looks like that sight's been drifted. So right on. Who wants to shoot it next?
So give me your impressions about it.
Real soft shooting for 45. The muzzle rise isn't that drastic. We'll do a full review on this on my channel later, but quick things that I really like. I love this style mag release. It's very, very quick. I do my mag releases with my finger anyway, regardless of what gun I'm shooting, and this makes it really, really simple. This gun isn't true ambi. It's slide stop for right-handed shooters only. It is a larger frame pistol, but it's nowhere near as big as everybody makes it out to be. And it's just a nice shooting 45. I don't like 1911s. I find their recoil profile to be just unnecessarily harsh for what the gun is doing and the tactical application of the pistol. And I don't feel that way at all about this. I think that this is a really soft shooting 45. Yeah. Really nice.
Today we have a very special treat for you. This is a Sig P220 Equinox. So that's their 45 ACP full size with their beautiful slide milling and all that jazz. We got a True Glow TFO front sight on it, and then some tritium optics in the back. So you get a fiber optic tritium front and then tritium rears. So you get night sights all around, but you get the tritium for nice daylight shooting. We got a round full of 8 rounds, or a magazine, a clipazine. We got a 8-round clipazine, high capacity California legal clipazine here, with 8 rounds of 45 automatic Colt death projectile. And we're going to shoot this. I'd like to take a moment first to tell you to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And if you like what I do, you might check out Austin's channel. His channel is called
Real Gear TV.
Real Gear TV. And you might also consider checking out Demo Outdoors Vlogs. He does stuff similar to our channels. That's enough of selling that today. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Gray Fox Ranch, who's let us come out in the God's green Texas here and you know, shoot some dirt. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So here we go. We're gonna load up this Sig 220 Equinox. Knocked him over.
There's another one to
We're
the
going to
right.
transition to this close one.
It's to the right. I moved it.
He moved it.
Oh.
It's over here. See him?
It's concealed.
He's in the woods. That's it.
Impressions?
Well, clearly, as with all the Sig 226s, 229s, anything that I've ever felt by them, their triggers are phenomenal in single action. One thing I regret not doing is trying out that double action trigger pull. For whatever reason, I don't know. I tend to shoot revolvers pretty okay in double action. Usually that first shot pops off, it's on the money, and then my shots go to hell and I start just throwing them everywhere. But that said, at this range, that single action trigger just feels really good. I was able to connect with the steel. Like it. Smooth.
Outstanding. All right, we're going to take 5 more rounds through this Equinox, and we're going to see what kind of accuracy we can string out of it at, what is this, like 7 meters, something like that?
That's pretty close to 21 feet, I would say.
Yeah.
Got a chamber around.
I did not.
Tap, rack, bang.
Yes, I did.
Oh, what was
Should've
that?
double tapped it.
Let's get a view of that. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the, go ahead and chamber that round up. And what we'll do is we'll do the second strike on it and see if the second strike saves us. Now, you're kind of a Glock guy or a striker fired guy, so you automatically went into remedial action and started fixing the problem. Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. Right.
All right, second strike on that. Here it
There
goes.
we go. Low through it. Low through it. That was it. Yeah, let's take a look at the target.
So, out of curiosity, why did the slide fail to lock back on that last shot? Do you think you were
Probably
monkey gripping
because
it?
I was riding the slide lock.
Gotcha.
I do shoot Glocks more than anything, and I have a very specific grip. My grip works around the Glock angle, and I was probably on top of it. So if you look here, this was my first shot, this was my second shot, third, fourth, and fifth, and this is all just not being used to a hammer-fired pistol.
How about that being able to get the second strike on that that shell? How do you rate the usefulness of that?
Honestly, in a firefight, if it fails to chamber, I'm going to tap and rack, period. Or in any situation, whether it's training, competition, I'm going to tap and rack immediately. So I don't ever play with second strike, double strike. I think that that's delaying possibly solving a problem.
So, out of curiosity, how come you didn't tap and rack and bang on that one?
We
got to train that.
Because we're fooling around.
We got to train that. We're dicking around in the woods.
We're dicking around in the woods. I mean, it happened last week at IDPA, and I definitely tapped and racked.
We weren't under the clock. We're just messing around.
We're just messing around.
But that is an interesting point. I think it has more to do with, do you train to pull the trigger a second time? Some people would say that.
Never.
Some people would say that your first instinct is to pull the trigger again if nothing happens. But some folks, like you and I, have trained to go ahead and go into remedial action, tap, rack, bang. So for systems like the Glock, that works.
Yeah, right. Anytime you're training primarily with striker-fired weapons, you're training to solve a problem. And you know, if my Glock fails, well, I don't have a second strike option, obviously. So I have no choice but to tap and rack. And if you're not down to your last round in the magazine, tap and rack to me seems to be the quickest solution to a potential problem. A second strike is just saying, oh, it still didn't work, and now I have to do the same thing that I could have done the first time. So, but to each their own, your mileage may vary. That is really nice. You know, just dropping shot after shot through the same hole, which is fantastic. That's a really nice shooting pistol. Sig P220 Equinox, chambered in 45 ACP. It is accurate, incredibly smooth. Trigger's great, really short reset on the trigger. Man, it just shoots really, really well. It points naturally. It has a better recoil profile than that HK, but part of that is that this is an all-metal gun. So you're definitely going to get that extra weight. But man, it runs at fat. I'm going to shoot 5 more rounds through it. That's a nice piece. A really nice piece.
Let's do it. You got 5 more rounds?
I don't. I got to reload with one mag.